WLBT, 3 on your side. WLBT News starts now.
A man accused of beating a 6-year-old boy so severely the boy spent days in the hospital is now sharing his side of the story. And it's a story you'll see only on 3 on your side.
And water woes in the town of Terry. Jewel Hillary will join us live with the reason why officials are planning to cut off the water to the entire city in the day ahead.
And the radar is nice and quiet right now, but we do have the chance for rain and thunderstorms popping up later on today. In terms of severe threats on the low to moderate end when it comes to wind and hail, can't rule out a possible tornado. I'll have storm timing coming up in just a few minutes.
It's a story you'll see only on WLBT. A man accused of child abuse is sharing his side of the story. The case involves a 6-year-old child beaten earlier this month.
The mother says her boyfriend did it, but he says that's not true. CJ LeMaster has more on this exclusive 3 on your side.
A child abuse case against 26-year-old Master Smith goes to trial next month. In the meantime, he's telling everyone he can that these charges, according to him, are simply not true. Smith was arrested last week by Jackson police for child abuse against a 6-year-old child.
I'm not responsible for no bruises on his. All them bruises they tell me I did. I haven't put no bruise on his legs. I don't know nothing about it.
The mother told us Wednesday that Smith hit her son repeatedly after he peed his pants while getting ready for school. Smith says it didn't exactly happen that way. He says the mother told him about the child's accident and wanted him to do something about it. He admits to whipping the child with a belt on the arm, but told us the child was trying to get away when he ran into the dresser, which Smith says caused an injury under the child's eye. As for where the bruises came from, he couldn't say exactly.
I don't think I have seen when she hitting him and punching him and all that. She hit him like, but before anything happened, she hit him like, I say about 4 or 5 days before any of this stuff happened.
Right now, the 6-year-old child is in protective custody, so Smith can't find him. That's according to the mother. She says her child was beaten with an extension cord. In the newsroom, CJ LeMaster, 3 on your side.
New overnight, police in Tupelo are searching for a man believed to have stabbed a woman to death at a motel. Investigators tell us they're looking for this man, Billy Merle Copeland of Pontotoc. According to Tupelo Police Chief Bart Aguirre, Copeland stabbed a woman to death around 8:15 last night. Officers believe Copeland left the motel on foot carrying a dark duffel bag. We're told Copeland and the woman had an on-again, off-again relationship. Jackson police are investigating the capital city's latest homicide. Police tell us Damian Trinnell was shot and killed Wednesday night on Burwood Drive. Take a look at this video that a neighbor shared with us. It shows a white car turning left onto Burwood from Azalea Court. The car stops in the middle of the street. Someone gets out and goes to another car. Moments later, they get back into the car, back up, make a U-turn, and leave the scene. However, we cannot independently verify this is video of the actual crime. Call Jackson Police or Crime Stoppers if you have any information.
A Clarksdale teacher is accused in a cheating scandal that involved state tests. The Mississippi Department of Education is levying the accusations against Frances Smith Kemp. Officials say she worked at Heidelberg Elementary during the 2012-2013 school year. During state testing, Smith Kemp is accused of coaching students and even interfering with their answers or changed them. State leaders say, depending on the outcome of Smith Kemp's May 11th hearing, not only could she lose her license, but the district could lose some federal funds.
New this morning, we now know the Tunica County elementary school student who died from a form of bacterial meningitis was not contagious. However, school officials are still taking extra precautions, including giving antibiotics to 80 students who were in close or prolonged contact with the student who died. Attorneys for Mississippi's only abortion clinic are asking the U.S. Supreme Court not to review a lower court's ruling that it is keeping the clinic open. They say the previous ruling was correct to block a 2012 Mississippi law that says every physician working at the abortion clinic must obtain privileges to admit patients to a local hospital. Courts ruled last year that the law could block access in Mississippi to a constitutionally protected medical procedure.
Happening today, Terry High School students can expect to go home early. That's because the town is temporarily shutting off its water supply. Jewel Hillary joins us live now with more details. Good morning, Jewel.
Hey, good morning, Wilson. We're outside of City Hall in Terry, and like you said, we want to remind folks that live out here in Terry that the high school will be dismissed at 12:40 this afternoon, and that's because the town of Terry will go without water for an estimated 6 to 8 hours starting sometime around lunchtime at noon. Now, city officials have told us that the water will be shut off to help make repairs to the city's water tower, which may have been struck by lightning earlier this week. Liz Gardner, a hairdresser who works in downtown Terry, says she's frustrated because she was told the water was going to be shut off earlier in the week, but it wasn't, and the shop she works in closed for a day. Now Gardner is concerned because lots of her clients come in to get their hair washed and styled on the weekend.
Friday and Saturday is our biggest days. You know, we're losing money. All these businesses around here are losing money because of this, and it all started Saturday night.
Now, once repairs are complete, Terry residents will likely be under a boil water notice for several days. Town officials have told us they decided to have the repairs done today to try to help prevent the high school from having to shut down because of the water. We'll have a few more details coming up in the 6:30 half hour. But for now, I'm Jewel Hillary in Terry reporting for 3 on Your Side.
All right, Jewel, 6 minutes after 6 o'clock right now, 59 degrees in Jackson.
Let's take a look outside for some traffic. If you're heading out the door, I-20 at Ellis, moving along just fine there, east and westbound along 20. No accidents to report. And hey, it's TGIF. We'll take that any day. Here's Julia.
Hey, good morning, and it's 6:06. I want to show you what's going on right now in Vicksburg. Love this shot of the I-20 bridge. Cloudy morning start, but you see a little bit of pink along the horizon where the first little bit of sunlight is trying to work its way up into the sky. Now we have a cloudy day in store, and we've got the threat for rain and storms later on. I've got the whole forecast coming up for you straight after this break.